Residents of Timbuktu have welcomed the trial of Ahmad al-Faqi al-Mahdi as he faces a maximum sentence of 30 years imprisonment. But prosecutors say they will seek a sentence of between 9 and 11 years. Local residents say they are grateful that he is finally being held accountable.
What Ahmad al-Faqi al-Mahdi did, destroying the mausoleum, was not good. Maybe he didn't know what his acts would lead to, but the consequence of it has harmed all the people of Mali.
We thank the Almighty God and all our partners, all those who have helped with his arrest, so that today justice can be done. Everyone should know that nobody is beyond justice.
The people of Timbuktu have been waiting for this trial because these people have caused a lot of harm. This trial must go ahead so that the perpetrators know the harm they have done to the people of Timbuktu.
Well, let's now return to that landmark case at the International Criminal Court, and I'm joined now by Kevin Ozebek. He's standing by for us in Brussels. Kevin, this is the first case before the ICC over destruction of cultural and religious sites and artifacts. Just how significant is this situation?
Well, it's an extremely significant case, and it's really a case that is being very closely watched by International Criminal Court observers. There's a few firsts now when it comes to the al-Mahdi case. He's the first radical Islamist to go on trial at the ICC. He just today became the very first defendant at the ICC to ever plead guilty. And as you just mentioned, this is also the first case that the ICC has pursued that involves crimes against humanity relating to the destruction of buildings of historic and cultural and religious significance. So this really will be a case that sets a precedent, that really will become a benchmark case at the ICC. Given al-Mahdi's guilty plea, it looks pretty obvious that there will be a conviction here, and that conviction will then open the door for the ICC to possibly pursue the Taliban, which of course we all know also is accused of destroying buildings of religious and historical significance. We remember back in the early aughts when the Taliban destroyed those ginormous Buddhist structures in the Afghan mountainside. So this really is a case to watch, and this really is a case that could shape the ICC's future work.
Well, this is really a case to watch, and al-Mahdi himself has already pleaded guilty to the charges leveled against him. Kevin, so what happens now?
Well, even though he's already pled guilty, and he pled guilty within the first few minutes of his trial starting Monday morning, the trial will still go on. Prosecutors will still be calling 9 witnesses to the stand. Some of those witnesses are people who live in Timbuktu and who practice and who worshipped at that mosque that he destroyed. Also, the defense will then still have its side and still present its case to try to lessen al-Mahdi's sentence. But with that all being said, since there is a guilty plea here, it's only expected that this trial will last a week. That's a pretty quick case when you consider that some cases at the ICC can go on for years.
Kevin Ozebek for us there in Brussels.